I'm Kathy McCabe. In this series, we'll meet the authentic characters, uncover the hidden treasures, and discover what makes Italy the most fascinating country in the world. Join me as we dream of Italy. In our last season, I took you to the lesser-known region of Abruzzo, where I uncovered treasure after treasure. Overwhelming natural beauty, charming towns, stunning seascapes, friendly people, adorable animals, delicious wine, and mouth-watering food. Now, I want to show you what life is like for 4 American expats who have recently moved here, including a couple who were so inspired watching last season's Abruzzo episode that they bought a house here on their first trip. Affordable Abruzzo is the hot place to buy a home in Italy. So on this side, you have the mountains and then the Adriatic.
Yes.
Right down here.
We have it all.
Craig Sutter and Lexi Lux dreamed of relocating to Europe when they retired, but Craig's unexpected heart attack was the jolt they needed to speed things up.
The idea of putting things off until I'm 70 and retiring and going out, that may or may not be an option. Why don't we start now?
In the beginning, we thought, oh gosh, is it too stressful? Is it too much? And as soon as he said it, his cardiologist said, yes, go!
A former competitive cyclist, Craig had long been enamored with Italy. One night, while watching TV, the couple saw my episode on Abruzzo and decided to book a trip to check out the region. So once you decided Abruzzo, how did you find this house, which I am just like crazy over it?
We got together with our realtor and we'd probably look at maybe 3 houses, 4 houses a day. And then we came to this place and I walked around a little bit. I walked upstairs and I said, this is the place I want.
We literally can stand back to back on our balcony. He can look up at the mountains and be in awe, and I can see the Adriatic Sea, and we're standing right next to each other.
This modern 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house with a large kitchen and glassed-in dining room is in the town of Civitella Messer Raimondo in the province of Chieti. The purchase price was 250,000 euros, or about $290,000 at the time, cheaper than a similar house almost anywhere in America. Plus, Italy offers a tax break to qualifying foreigners who move to some smaller southern Italian towns.
It's 7% tax for a 10-year period, and so we're able then to deduct whatever we pay in Italy off of what we owe in the U.S.
Wow, so that's a big savings.
And yes.
We also look just at the general cost of living. You know, what does it cost to go out to eat? I still think it's probably 30–40% less than what we were experiencing in Oklahoma.
For stays longer than 90 out of any 180 days, Italy requires visitors to have a visa. Just buying a house does not give Americans the right to live here full-time. Craig and Lexi moved on an elective residency visa, most often utilized by retirees.
Part of the deal is, though, when you come over here, you cannot work.
Right.
So you have to establish that you have a source of income through your pension, through investment income, royalty income, but it can't be through actually working.
Navigating visas can be challenging, but there might be something even more difficult: getting an Italian driver's license, which is compulsory after living in Italy for a year. Taking the written test means studying for 7,000 potential questions, all in Italian.
You have to take a written test on theory, 30 questions, you can only miss 3, then that enables you to
In Italian.
In Italian. It is doable, but it takes a lot of time and effort.
Now that you've lived here, What do you love about Abruzzo?
We love that really every day is an adventure.
It's completely changed me in ways that I wasn't even really expecting. I'm much happier here.
A big selling point for Abruzzo, the food.
Lexi and I are lucky enough to score a cooking lesson with Chef Gabriele Maezza at his farm and restaurant, Agriturismo Santa Felicita.
We're making a specialty of Abruzzo, spaghetti alla chitarra, named for the guitar-like tool used to make it.
Mani
Your hands, those
di pasta.
we're gonna
Ok.
make it by hand, a mano.
Messo. Prima di rompere le uova, però dobbiamo fare la fontanella. Cioè
We're
si
gonna
prende
make
così.
a-
Bisogna rompere le uova, se ne prendono due.
Okay, you two at a time.
Una. Pizzico di sale,
Okay, little salts.
perché incominciavano a, non fate uscire, a girare, no? Incomincia a girare le uova. Sì, adesso sporchiamo le mani.
Mine doesn't look like his.
Dai.
No.
Oh no!
Dai. Brava lei, è finito. Guarda. E incominciamo. Quindi noi adesso, voi continuate con, la mettiamo qui, ok? E poi piano piano.
Wow, it's like magic. Look
Adesso.
at that. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you, Gabriele.
ok.
Grazie, grazie.
Basta. Ed ecco qua.
Craig,
Sai,
Lexi,
Grazie.
questa è
per
quella che...
me, per me. Buon appetito.
So good. Thank you, Kathy, for inspiring our dream of Italy in Abruzzo.
You're welcome.
Salute.
Salute. Edna Snow picked a different town in Abruzzo to realize her retirement dream, sleepy Torricella Peligna. I have to tell you, two of my favorite things in the world are tomatoes and dogs, and you've got a lot here.
Aren't they beautiful?
This is really the dream,
Yeah.
the dream of Italy. As a divorcee whose children are grown up, Edna felt she had little tying her to the United States and began to hear about the allure and affordability of Abruzzo.
It was on my bucket list. I wanted to be fluent in another language. I wanted to live in another country. So, so I'm really studying hard to learn Italian. I try to talk to the people in town. Nobody can really understand me yet, but I'm getting there.
What is it about Abruzzo, of all the places you could live really in the world, that attracted you, that made you come here and look for a house?
I'm 30 minutes from the beach. I'm 30 minutes from the mountains. I can go cross-country skiing up in the mountains, but I can get to the beach in no time. And, it's like the new Tuscany. So you can get more bang for your buck here. Just everything's, less expensive here. I mean, and the health insurance, is, I paid, and I got the platinum policy, and it was €1,000 for a year. And Italy has one of the top healthcare systems in the world.
Edna bought a 3-bedroom house with a guest cottage and plenty of land for gardening and relaxing, all for under €250,000, or less than $290,000 at the time. Tell me about the process of looking for a house to buy. How is it different here in Italy?
Well, here, one agent cannot show you houses that's listed with another agent. So I booked 4 different agents, 4 different real estate companies here, and then they showed me, different houses that they had, available. And this was the 16th house I looked at. It was the last house I looked at. I saw it and I went, this is it. Been very busy.
Oh my God, look at all the passata.
I've canned over 100 jars of passata, tomato sauce. I've done pickles. I've done, blackberry jam. And it's quiet and it's peaceful, but yet I can get on a plane and be in Paris, in an hour and a half. It's got everything.
A dog lover like me, Edna brought her dog Atticus with her from the U.S.
I decided that he needed a companion, so I asked a friend of mine, she's an expat here. She was rescuing a cat from this rescue. And I said, well, ask the rescue lady if she might know, of a dog. And so she said, Mimi, who's had a very sad life. She's been in a kennel for her whole life.
I know there's a lot of stray dogs and cats here in Italy, and when they end up in a kennel, they often end up there for life. So to adopt one is great.
Behind my house, there's nothing. It's just, fields and farmlands, and we can just walk for miles back there, and it's great for them because, like I said, don't have to have them on a leash, and it's so beautiful because the views are just incredible.
Edna's advice for Americans moving to Italy? Have patience and an appetite for trying new things.
You have to absorb into the culture. So, the saying around here, piano, piano, things work differently here. You gotta be, patient with that. So many people kept going, you're so brave to go there by yourself. And I was like, no, it's just an adventure. That's the way I look at it.
Now, have you been on a Vespa since you've been here?
I have not. That's on the bucket list.
Well, I think I know some guys that could take us for a ride.
That would be great.
All right, let's go. Since 1946, the Vespa has been zipping around Italy and the world.
Thanks to Corradino Descanio,
An engineer from the town of Popoli, who designed the iconic moped. Today, we are joining the Popoli Vespa Club for a trip to the San Callisto vineyard of Valle Reale, a noteworthy producer of the region's renowned Montepulciano d'Abruzzo wine. Beautiful day, una bella giornata.
Allora facciamo un bel brindisi alla Vespa.
Sì.
Viva l'Abruzzo!
Viva
Viva la
l'Abruzzo!
Vespa!
Viva la Vespa! Former Bostonian Pamela Capper relocated to Bisenti, a small town in the province of Teramo, nestled halfway between the Adriatic Sea and the Gran Sasso National Park.
I came to Abruzzo and I came to this town and it just grabbed me.
Divorced and the mother of 4 grown children, Pamela has been dreaming of Italy since she studied abroad in Florence during college.
I felt that why put off something? I just need to make it work. I just felt this sort of sense of urgency that I needed to do this. What are your priorities? What do we really need to make us happy? And I realized that I don't need as material things. I just wanted to live in a place where I felt safe and at peace and beauty around me, and it's been a really interesting journey for me so far.
And why this little town of Bisenti?
You walk around this town and people are so welcoming, and they don't have a lot, but whatever they have, they're happy to share with you. I feel like the air is clean, the water, the food. I trust my food more than I did in the States. I know where it's coming from for the most part.
What is Bisenti? What is this town known for?
Originally, they say that Pontius Pilate was born here. Presently, they're well known for their specific grape, the Montonico grape. And in the first weekend of October, they have a wine festival, and it's going to be a big celebration.
Thousands of people come from around the world to celebrate this ancient Roman grape. Bisenti honors art every day with colorful murals painted on buildings throughout the town. Bisenti may have a population of just 2,000 people, but they are all devoted to Italian pursuits.
Italy is all about art. We have great artists here. There's so many talented people, ceramicists and silversmiths and chocolate masters and singers and musicians, of course, winemakers. So there's so much creativity here, and they really want to share that with everyone.
Pamela's 3-bedroom, 2-bath home cost 65,000 euros, and then she spent about 35,000 euros modernizing it, less than $115,000 in total.
I did the 2 bathrooms. I also put a kitchen in because there wasn't a kitchen, and that's not unusual.
Not yet retired, Pamela still works. She applied for a student visa, which allows her to study Italian and work up to 20 hours per week. A former tech recruiter, she now teaches English online to tech workers around the world.
I go to school 3 days a week. We focus on different areas, grammar, conversation.
And you're teaching English to the mayor
Yes.
and the people that work in the comune.
Exactly, yes. And they're such good students. They want to learn. They want to, they embrace that whole international community sense. My name is Pamela. Mi chiamo Pamela.
My name is Umberto.
My name is Carlo.
Very good, excellent, good job.
With teaching and her other volunteer work here in Bisenti, Pamela loves to give back to the community she's fallen in love with.
It's the people, it's the art, it's the beauty, it's the attention to detail, and just the pride that people have in what they do and their country. I just immediately felt like I had come home.
Pamela is taking me on an excursion that anyone who visits Abruzzo can enjoy, a ride on the Italian Trans-Siberian Railway. Did you ever imagine you'd be on an antique train in Abruzzo?
No.
A couple of years ago?
No, I did not. It really is a step back in time.
Yeah, time travel in Abruzzo. Climbing 4,000 feet in elevation, the route traverses through the Maiella National Park, revealing some of the most heart-stopping views in all of Italy. A local guide makes sure passengers don't miss a thing.
Ok, il più bel panorama della nostra linea
Oh
sul
my
Mona.
God, look at this. There's just mountain after mountain, dopo mountain, mountain. When you think there's not another, there's another. It's amazing how it changes. It's a magical journey, made only more perfect with traditional Abruzzese music. Less than a 10-minute train ride away from Sulmona, famous for its beauty and confetti candy, lies the charming town of Torricella Peligna. The population of 13,000 has dropped by nearly half as residents have moved to bigger cities or abroad for work opportunities. Their abandoned homes have fallen into disrepair. But Mayor Antonella Di Nino and Councilman Paolo Di Bacco have turned that into a fresh start.
E allora a quel punto abbiamo detto dobbiamo inventarci qualcosa che in qualche modo pian piano possa portare a recuperare il disabitato, ed è venuta in mente questa idea delle case ad €1.
Most of the €1 homes are in the Old Town, just a few minutes walk from the train station. Many of the towns for the €1, they're far away in the countryside. They're not near a major city. Here, you're just 10 minutes from Sulmona. You're 30 minutes from the ocean. You're in the middle of life. Many things are going on, and the mountains. So it's not remote.
Noi siamo distanti dalla capitale 1 ora e un quarto casello e stiamo a mezz'ora di macchina dalle nostre ridenti montagne con gli impianti sciistici più importanti del centro-sud e a mezz'ora dal mare da pescare e dalla sua costa. Per cui siamo in una posizione ideale. Però viviamo in un'isola felice, qui non si è stressati per il traffico, per lo smog, per cui riusciamo a vivere e quindi a goderci anche. Questo è un buon pied-à-terre, come lo chiamano.
It's a pied-à-terre, yeah,
esatto,
it's a good second
dove
house.
venire qui a riposarsi e nel contempo vivere le nostre realtà.
And they don't have to live here all year.
No.
It could be a second home, a home of vacation.
Chiunque voglia fare domanda per una casa €1 può manifestare il proprio interesse, la volontà all'acquisire un immobile. Chiunque, non ci sono. Chiunque voglia venire qui a Prato, noi lo abbracciamo a braccia aperte. Abbiamo il mare, abbiamo l'autostrada, abbiamo il treno, abbiamo tutto, quindi tutto quello che serve.
Many of the houses need significant renovations, so they don't truly cost just €1. The town can connect buyers with local construction companies, with the cost of renovations ranging between €30,000 and €80,000, definitely under $100,000. New owners must submit a renovation plan to the town within 6 months of purchase and have construction completed within 3 years. You can even buy one without ever visiting.
Noi come comune abbiamo aperto una vetrina sul nostro sito, li mettiamo lì e chi vuole venire a prenderli ad €1 va sulla vetrina, vede se c'è qualcosa di interessante e fa la proposta.
Se l'immobile è di suo interesse lo blocca e si procede con l'atto e poi la successiva procedura. Se non fosse interessato si procede con il successivo e così via. Non ci sono né commissioni, non c'è punteggio, quindi un bando molto semplice.
Locals support the influx of new blood the program is bringing here.
E perché recuperiamo i disabitati che non ci abita nessuno e vengono ricostruite. Diventerà una pratola bellissima.
It is a bellissima.
One local, Ray, emigrated to Connecticut when he was young, but comes back as often as possible. What do you think about this idea to sell these houses in your old neighborhood for €1?
I think it's positive because if people come here, it helps them. Over here, you rest, you could find peace.
Buying a house is just one step, and local companies and real estate agents are now meeting the demand to help Americans and foreigners with everything from completing paperwork to finding trusted workers to maintaining their properties.
The general question is the fear of the unknown, like how am I going to do? Like I don't know anyone.
Pamela's real estate agent, Manolo Lupinetti, tries to go the extra mile or kilometer.
We specialized with working with people abroad, and we have like what they call after-sales services. And basically after the clients bought the property, we have someone who is kind of the guardian angel, if you want to say, and they sort of help them through all the process of the paperwork, changing the bills. If you need a builder or a renovation, we have company that we trusted, and they do the work. If you have someone just helping you through the process, it's not difficult whatsoever. It's pretty easy.
What if I want to buy a house with land? How much? Like in a countryside?
Generally, if a reasonable house which is not ruined, with some land which allows you to have a beautiful garden, a pool, or some olive orchards or vineyard or something,
my dream.
Around 100, 120, 130, you can buy a property.
I love that. I love that.
All of this seems to be like the American dream, or the Italian life, the dolce vivere, how do you say?
Dolce vita, la
dolce vita. Dolce vita.
You may remember we met the energetic band Orchestra Popolare del Sottadello in Vasto in our previous Abruzzo episode. I've invited them here to Bisenti for a lively street concert celebrating our American expats. So these are my old friends. You saw them in the Abruzzo episode in Vasto. They've come to join us and to remind me how to do the saltarella. Ladies, Pamela, Edna, thank you for showing me your beautiful new life in Abruzzo. Viva Abruzzo! Viva Abruzzo! Viva Saltarella! Whether you're moving here or just visiting, Abruzzo is the perfect place to experience authentic Italian life with some of the most gorgeous landscape and lovely locals that you can find in Italy. In loving memory of Phineas Orazio McCabe, who is not just a terrier, but an Italian at heart.